All right, if you're in project management, you know the deal, right? The daily grind. But what if all that endless admin work could just, well, vanish? Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful new way of thinking that gets project management out of spreadsheets and into the age of automation.
So let's just kick things off with a single number that says it all, 40%. What does that actually mean? Well, it means that 2 full days of every single work week are just gone, lost to purely manual administrative stuff. You know, the copy-pasting between emails and spreadsheets and your PM tools. It's a huge drain.
You know, there's actually a name for this cycle of low-value, high-effort work. It's called the admin trap. And it's this universal pain point that just sucks the productivity out of the day. It keeps really skilled managers from focusing on what they're actually good at: strategy, leadership, and, solving real problems. This is the trap we're here to talk about escaping.
Okay, so how do we get out of this mess? The solution isn't just buying another tool. It's about a completely new way of working. Let me introduce you to the AI project agent. Look, I know when you hear AI, your brain probably jumps straight to chatbots, but this is something else entirely. An AI project agent isn't something you just have a conversation with. It's a complete automated workflow. Think of it like a virtual project coordinator that actually does the work for you.
And this table just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? A chatbot is totally passive. You ask it a question, it gives you an answer. It provides information. An AI agent, on the other hand, is active. It takes your input and then goes and executes these complex, multi-step tasks across a bunch of different systems. It doesn't just tell you what to do, it goes and does it.
I get it. This probably sounds a little bit like magic, but it's not. It's built on a surprisingly accessible and really powerful open-source foundation. So let's pull back the curtain and see how this whole automation toolkit is put together. Okay, so let's break down the architecture. You can think of it in 4 simple parts. First, you've got the interface. This could be something as simple as a Google Sheet. Second is the nervous system. This is your connector, an automation platform like NN that basically wires all your tools together. Third, and this is the cool part, is the brain, a large language model, an LLM like ChatGPT that does all the heavy lifting and the thinking. And finally, you have the execution layer. That's your system of record, like your ERP or Jira, where the tasks actually get created. And this is maybe the most important thing to get. The real value here is in the methodology, the framework, not in any one specific tool. It doesn't matter if you're using Jira, Asana, Monday.com, or some open-source ERP. This 4-part architecture is the secret sauce. You can adapt this blueprint to the software you're already using.
All right, enough theory. Let's see what happens when you actually put these pieces together. Get ready for the magic trick. We're going to turn a single line of text into a fully baked project plan pretty much instantly.
So, here's our starting point. Just a simple 1-line project request, the kind of thing that lands in your inbox or gets dropped into a spreadsheet. Now, normally this would kick off hours, maybe even days of manual planning, creating tasks, and just endless data entry. But not with our AI agent.
And then, boom, this is what you get, literally seconds later. That simple request gets completely transformed. The AI brain just deconstructs it and spits out a full work breakdown structure. It estimates how long each task will probably take, it suggests who should work on it, and then it creates the entire project right inside your system of record. Zero copy pasting, no manual entry, just results.
Look, creating the initial project plan automatically, that's a huge win right there. It's an incredible time saver. But honestly, that's just the first trick. The real power comes when you start building deeper intelligence into this workflow to actively manage the project after it's been created.
So, we've got the plan. Great. But we all know a plan is just a pretty document until it meets reality, right? The first big intelligent step is to build in some financial governance. How can the agent proactively keep an eye on things and flag potential budget overruns before they even happen? See, this is the shift from just creating tasks to smart, predictive monitoring.
And then, of course, there's every project manager's favorite thing, scope creep. What happens when a client emails with, "Hey, just one small change"? Well, instead of that email getting buried or forgotten, an intelligent agent can act like a risk radar. It can automatically spot the change request, figure out what it might do to the budget and timeline, and then flag it for a human to review.
And let's talk about the big one, the task that I think we all dread, status reporting. An advanced AI agent can plug into all your project data, synthesize all the progress, the risks, the highlights, and just generate a draft status report for you, automatically. This frees you up to focus on the important stuff,
crafting the story, the key messages, not just spending hours compiling data.
So all of this, it kind of leads to one big mind-bending question, doesn't it? We've seen how automation can handle creating tasks, monitoring progress, and even reporting. It really forces us to rethink what a project manager's job even is. The future here isn't about replacing people. It's about augmenting them. It's about freeing them from that admin trap so they can be real strategic leaders. So the question to leave you with is this: is your next great project manager a workflow you build yourself?